My name is ADAORA, OBIKA, and I'm a pharmacist by profession, like you already know. Okay, and I've been a pharmacist for over 10 years now. Yes. So I started off working for someone, but for a long time I've always known that I want to be a community pharmacist because I have that interest in having access to people, being able to offer my own best in the way that I can to the community. So D2 Pharmacy was, it came into being sometime in 2015, yes. And ever since then, we've been able to serve thousands of people in this community. There is no doubt that if you ask around, they will let you know that D2 Pharmacy is top-notch in pharmaceutical care because we are very people-oriented. Yes, we've had a couple of outreach programs in the past where we've been able to give out free medications, do checks for people, and we've been able to diagnose also some ailments that some people didn't know they had from these our regular outreach programs. So yes, we are quite impactful in the community.
Okay.
Yes.
Aside what you mentioned now, what other thing inspired you to study pharmacy?
Okay, I was inspired to study pharmacy. Well, I actually wanted to do medicine. Yes, that was my first point of call. But for some reason, I picked more interest in pharmacy because when I found out it was more about, making new medications, having that power to be able to create something that people take and then they feel better. It was quite exciting for me. So that was what inspired me to read pharmacy. Yes.
Okay, and can you tell us your experience since then, so far?
Well, it's been so far so good, but of course there are some hurdles along the line. Reading pharmacy is not as easy as people think it is, well, because it takes a lot of sacrifice and it takes a lot of time, So, but then it's usually something that at the end of the day, it comes out, you enjoy the experience. First of all, in whatever we are doing, you need to be passionate. So I think what has pushed me is more of the passion, passion in being the best. Before we came into this community, I don't think there is any pharmacy that had that kind of relationship that we have with people, being able to reach out to people on personal basis, having a personal relationship with people in the community. I would say D2 Pharmacy is the first that has done it in this community. And we've enjoyed the satisfaction that comes on basis, having a personal relationship with people in the community. I would say D2 Pharmacy is the first that has done it in this community. And we've enjoyed the satisfaction that comes with people calling you back to say, I'm feeling much better. Thank you for the recommendation. Thanks to you, I found out that my mom had a heart issue. She started getting treatment. We've done a lot of things. We're the first in this community that initiated the cervical cancer awareness program. Okay. And over time, yes, we've been able to diagnose from sending people to the lab and people that participated in that program. Okay. Some people have found out that they had the cervical cancer already developing, but at the early stage. And we're happy that we're able to save life that way.
Okay. So, how often do you do this outreach? Which means this is one of your corporate social responsibility. So how often do you do this outreach so that people can benefit?
We do it as often as possible. Like the last one we did was at our other branch at the Ijebu community, and it had in attendance almost 1,000 people. Yes, because that community is in need. So, but then we couldn't even service the entire people that came out in that community. We make sure we do outreach programs at least twice in a year. We try to do that. But aside from that, there are a lot of other awareness things that we do within the pharmacy. People that come in here, they know that they are quite enlightened because we take our time to talk to people, talk to them about some conditions and some preventive measures that they can take. whilst to encourage them on a healthy living.
Okay. Yes. Now, as far as I'm concerned, lots of Nigerians don't take their health seriously at all. We prefer unimportant things to our health. Meanwhile, health is so important. What kind of advice will you give to Nigerians as regards health?
You're right. And it's been a major challenge, getting people to understand the benefits of putting their health first in before any other thing, because it is those that are alive that will enjoy whatever it is that they are working for. What we do is that we continually enlighten people. We're also heavy online. Like if you go to Facebook and if you go to Instagram, you're going to see us there. We're serving out some information that people need to know. So we try our best to give the information people need to make guided decisions concerning their life. And then when they come into the pharmacy, we also do not, we also do not relent in giving out the information that they need to know.
Okay. Now, drug intake is something that people take for granted. I have a day, let me just take paracetamol and use. But I think it goes beyond that. So, what advice also will you give to individuals or people who just take drugs randomly without even consulting a pharmacist or a medical practitioner?
I would encourage them about what they take. In as much as medications treat, they are also poisons. Medications are poisons when they are not taken well or when they are taken in overdose. And when taking medications for a long time, if you don't take it well, it could actually cause more harm than good, as you expected. So when people take medications without advice or without it being recommended or without doing proper checks, it can be detrimental to their health. So I would encourage them, before taking any medications, please consult with your doctor or come to the pharmacy for recommendations.
Okay. Now, as a pharmacist and as the International Women's Day comes closer, what kind of advice will we give?
And in the absence of that, those organs begin to have issues over time, because the body has the unique property of sustaining itself for a long time. I really don't think that eating healthy is that expensive. Ventolin inhaler and Seritide had risen so high to about 30 something thousand, and people are going around. They need these things to survive every day. So it's heartbreaking for us, really. And
Asana now, can you take us into your educational and family background? I was growing up, yes.
It was fun. I come from a privileged family, so I wouldn't say that it was from grass to grace. I come from a very privileged family. I attended Queen's College, Yaba, for secondary school. I went to University of Lagos, Abuja. That's where I got my Bachelor of Pharmacy degree, and I finished in 2008. I got my Master's in Business Administration from the Lagos State University. That was sometime in 2012. That's my educational background. And in between, I've been able to do some courses here and there just to improve myself and to be the best that I can be. I'm happily married. I have 5 children myself. And yes, I would say I'm blessed.
Okay, so how do you juggle marriage? You're a wife, you're a pharmacist, you have other business. How do you juggle that?
Well, it's not easy. Me myself, I can't really say, but I shall know it's God, it's the strength, because having all those children and going to, being professional at times, it's not a pot of beans. It's actually quite challenging. But I believe that once you have the drive and you have a passion and you have supportive people around me, I have supportive parents, I have a supportive husband, it makes the journey easier in life. So yes, I'm juggling. I've been juggling it, and I'm still juggling it, and we're making progress as we are juggling the whole thing.
So
Yes.
how do you relax? How do you unwind after a hectic day job?
Okay, so my relaxation is I like to sleep when I'm not. But these days I think I'm getting little or no sleep because the worries and all the issues that we have in the country is keeping everyone on our feet. I like to visit the spa once in a while. I also like to swim. So when I have the time, it's usually the time factor. Yes, so I go to do all those things. Otherwise, I'll just relax, have a good meal, and see a movie in the house.
Okay. I want you to talk about that sleep. Some people argue that you need to have a 4-hour sleep, 5-hour sleep. What is the duration of the normal sleep for human a day?
So medically, every human being needs at least 8 hours sleep. 8 hours because while you sleep, your body goes into that regeneration, reconstructive mechanism.
Okay.
It also gives your organs time to relax and regenerate itself. So 8 hours sleep is good for us because this part of the world is really stressing us all out. So yes, 8 hours sleep is what I recommend for everyone, especially those of us in Lagos.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Once again, your name.
So I am ADAORA OBIKA, pharmacist ADAORA OBIKA.
Thank you.